When you hear the name Nicholas, what do you imagine being the perfect little brother and sister name for him? We're doing a twin name consultation. I'll have my favorite pairings at the very end. They are looking for names that are classic, nicknameable, and make sense with one another. We'll start the girl name associations. The names they like are in bold based on those I was thinking: Abigail, Gabrielle, Esme, Stella, Scarlett, Lucy, Leonora, Linnea, Eloise, Vienna, Farah, Sylvie, Lena, Louisa, Lilia, Faye, June, Lacey, Geneva, Annalise, and Katerina. They're comfortable going a little more whimsical for the girls' names, so I was looking for vintage, unexpected options by looking at the Beyond the Top 1000 list from 1937. Then I've got lots of nature names for them. Narrowing it down, I always break it down to categories. Under the radar classics, I've got Geneva, Delphine, Eveline, this one's also pronounced Eveline, Lorraine, and Cecily. Some very classic options: Olive, Vera, Rosemary, June, and Guinevere. I noticed a lot of the names I liked had those L sounds in there, so we've got a category for nicknameable classic/classic adjacent names that have the L sounds. So Linnea, Leona, Harlow, Althea, and Melody. And then because they are willing to go a little more whimsical, I was like, what are some good classics that feel a little more daring or playful? And I had Luella, Elowyn, Matilda, Celestine, and Calla. Honorable mentions were Helena, Dahlia, Marina, Emmeline, Marceline, Esme, Maxine, and Marlo. And for the boys, they're feeling a little more confident that one of the names they like will end up being the one. And those are all in bold, and based on those I was thinking Alexander, Joshua, Thomas, Elliot, Abbott, Barrett, Julian, Arthur, Lewis, Christopher, Philip, Sawyer, Walter, Hugh, Dean, Owen, Harlan, Holden, Patrick, David, and Michael. We've got this list of boys' names that have always been in the top 1000 most popular, so they all feel very classic and familiar. Lots of lists of nicknameable options and nature names. Narrowing it down, I've got the nicknameable classics: Arthur, Calvin, Christopher, Wesley, and Vincent. I've got the classic names with C sounds because I thought they sounded so nice with the hard CK sound in Nicholas. So Victor, Conrad is one of my favorite for them, Oscar, Cameron, and Malcolm. And then the very classic ones that might feel a little more unexpected as far as the nicknames go. So Frederick with Freddie, Isaac with Ike. I've also seen people use Zach for Isaac, and that one's a little more popular than their parameters, but I think it just depends on where you live in the country how popular it's actually going to feel for them. Edmund with Teddy, Lewis with Louis, Julian, I've seen people use Jude, and that one's also a little more popular. For the honorable mentions, Abbott, Elliot, Graham, Hugh, Simon, Jonathan, Anthony, and Maxwell. And then I pulled all those top suggestions and honorable mentions, and I was just playing around with the pairings, and here are the ones I liked the best: Cameron and June, Conrad and Lorraine, Maxwell and Olive, Isaac and Esme, Elliot and Linnea, Oscar and Vera, Frederick and Rosemary, Wesley and Marceline, Lewis and Cecily. I think that's my favorite pairing. Victor and Eveline, Arthur and Maxine, and Vincent and Eveline. If you were choosing a little brother and sister name to pair with Nicholas, I would love to know what options you would choose. I hope everyone's having a great night.